My name is Ashanti Smith. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Michaela Berry. I live in Camden County and I am in the 8th grade.
My name is Bert Luton. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Jamaica Lee. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Jada Williams. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Cameron Adams. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Mackenzie Beagle. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Teva Walton. I live in Pasquotank County and I'm in the 8th grade.
So the first question is, what is the best thing about being at NEAAAT?
I like it how this school we have to do work at home with computers, but at other schools we have to do it on paper. So it's like homework on paper, but we're doing it at home.
I like how we have more projects.
I like how there's better opportunities for us and more advanced learning.
I like how we do lots of PBLs and projects.
I like how it's more hands-on work and project-based learning, and so it's like group work, and you get to hang out with more people, and it's not all individual work.
How is NEAAT different from a traditional school?
At a traditional school, you would kind of get a project or an assignment, and they would say, okay, do it, and then you would turn it in, and then you would never see that project again. At NEAAT, you do the project, you turn it in, you get a grade, and then you go back and you reiterate it, and you work so it functions better, it works better, and you can even get a better grade.
NEAT is also different from a traditional school because when you have a project-based learning, the teachers will give you steps to do it so you won't be on crunch time, but you have steps to break it down so it'll be easier for you to do. And some projects we have at this school, you might be able to help somebody in need, like when we did the prosthetic project in Coach West class last year.
NEAT is more hands-on than a traditional school. You get to do more activities and PBLs than at a traditional school where you would normally do just projects.
At traditional schools, projects are different. We would, I guess, just have to create a poster or do work on a poster or something. And at NEAT, ours is it has more depth to it and it takes longer. We have more time to, and we also get to express ourselves in our projects.
What would you tell your friend about coming to NEAT?
The stuff at NEAT is way funner than a traditional school. And you don't always have to do projects alone. We could always do it with your friends, and we could always do teamwork together.
The opportunities are greater at NEAT than they are in your traditional public school. At NEAT, you can take advanced courses, which is nice. I'm currently taking 9th grade courses, and I'm in the 8th grade, which is nice because I can start getting high school credits in middle school before I get to high school. You're going to have more chances. You'll be able to make more friends at this new school. Don't think that you're not going to make friends because I promise you, you will.
Hey, it's going to be an advantage for you to go to this NEAT school because you'll have better opportunities and you'll have more decisions to make than you would at a traditional school.
Advice that I would give a friend if they're trying to come to NEAT or if they're unsure about coming to NEAT is that NEAT is pretty much just one big team or pretty much like a family because everything you do revolves around pretty much everyone. And so all the PBLs that we do, it's all teamwork, and that's probably the advice that I'd give them.
I would say that NEAT has moments where you can go out in the community and help somebody that isn't as fortunate as you, and you can go out and see different careers because in last year in 7th grade, we went to the little B&M, I think, or the construction people. And we also went to the fire station and we got to see how their daily jobs and lives include stuff that we use in math, reading, science, and history. And that's something you probably wouldn't do with a traditional school. And you also are able to create things and you have academies and the FLL teams.
Adding on to what Jada said, last year in 7th grade, we went to a local nursing home for the holidays, and the 7th grade classes sang Christmas carols to those who have Alzheimer and dementia, and they absolutely loved it. the smiles on their face, it just brings so much joy to you.
If you could go back and give yourself any advice when you first came to NEAT, what would it be?
When I first came to NEAT, I was kind of shy because I felt like I wasn't like getting any friends because it was my first time switching to a school because I never switched to a school before. So I was kind of nervous because I missed my friends. But I always thought to myself I would get new friends because I'm a really funny and entertaining person. So I had the thought that I would get new friends even though I missed my friends in 5th grade and younger.
When I first came, I didn't know what to expect because I was going to a new school and I didn't really understand what to expect. So I would probably tell myself to just relax and be more open.
If I could go back when I first came to NEAT last year, I would tell myself to stay focused and keep my head up.
If I had to give advice to myself when I first came at NEAT was to be focused and just try your best and be yourself.
If I could go back and tell myself, well, Michaela, you can do this. If I could give myself that advice, I'd probably tell myself to be more confident. I mean, when I came to the school, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do here. It's not like what I'm used to. And I thank NEAT for doing the summer bridge that they do every summer before school starts. That kind of helps so you can see who some of your classmates might be, and you can even make new friends then. And that really helps. So I thank NEAT for that.
When I first came to NEAT, I was really nervous about it. So if I could go back and give myself advice, it would probably be to just stay focused and be ready for all the projects. Even though the projects aren't that hard and they're group work and they're really fun to experience and stuff. So I think I'd just go back and be like, hey, stay focused and you got it. So
The advice I'd give myself would be to don't be afraid to talk to the teachers because they're there to coach you through the lessons and all that. They're not just there to just be there.
From what I have seen, the coaches in NEAT are always like caring, and I like that.
When you have hard problems, especially when you get in 8th grade and you have the choice between, and you got to pick between the high school and regular classes, the teachers, when you have the high school classes, they hold you to higher standards. And like with Coach Cahoon in her math one, she's the teacher that I joke around. So we have a learning time. She comes up with an example that happened to her to explain how we did slope, which was very funny the way she explained it. And she's also the teacher that you can go to and talk to, and she won't sugarcoat nothing. She will tell you how you should handle it if you have a problem with your friends or something personal at home. She will just listen and help you through it. So I like that.
I've gone through some rough times this year in 8th grade, and I liked at the school how the coaches are there for you if you need it. For example, I went through something recently. Coach Cahoon was there. She helped me when I needed it. And Coach Cahoon and all the other 8th grade coaches are always there for you.
Like they said, they're always there for you. And sometimes I have problems asking questions because I'm embarrassed of the questions that I ask. So I go to the teachers and I ask them. And at my regular school, when I try to ask them a question, they just told me to ask it out loud. So the teachers at NEAT are here for me and they know when I have a question.
A difference that I see between coaches and regular standard teachers are that the coaches are there for you through everything that happens, like every assignment, every project that goes on at NEAT, and I find that very helpful.
What do you like about project-based learning, and what cool things have you done projects on?
We created an app for the zombie project in math class. So what you do is you click start and then you find the population that was in that certain area. And then you would calculate that to see how many people were affected by the zombies and how many people survived and how many people died from the zombies.
So in 6th grade, we did a project where we had to pick up trash around the campus, and we would had to make something out of the trash, and we would talk about it. And I like it because we normally wouldn't do that at a normal school.
So last year, when I was in 7th grade, we did a project in Coach West's class called the Quality of Life Project, which is where we chose a person that we knew or a family member, and we made a prosthetic or something that would help to make their life better. For my group, one of my partners, their niece had scoliosis, so we decided to make a back brace for her niece.
So with 8th grade this year in our science, our environmental science and 8th grade science, we were able to make a sustainable ecosystem. So in that class, we were using things from outside, like the grass and moss we found. Some people used the little beetles and the little ladybugs they found and worms to see how they could sustain an ecosystem. And some people were creative with the container they used. Some people used mason jars, like, or the big jars that have the little hook on it, the clothes, and one person used a light bulb to have their sustainable ecosystem in, and they kept worms in it.
A really cool PBL that I did in 7th grade was the Future City PBL, and I'd say that was my favorite one because it was where we built a city model, and I thought it was a really cool experience, and we had to sustain a friendly ecosystem with that city, and so there couldn't be really any mechanics to it or where it could hurt the environment. And I really liked that PBL and a really cool experience to go through.
We did a PBL about Mars, where we learned about how we could create a civilization on Mars. We figured out the climate issues, how we would feed our colony, and even housing, how we'd figure that out.
We did the stock market, and I thought that was great to teach people how to invest into money and stuff.
How is it working on teams?
So before I came to NEAAAT, I did not like working in groups at all because I was the kid who did the entire project while everybody else sat and watched. So when I came to NEAAAT, I was like, oh, there's so many more projects. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. But when you're at NEAAAT, you're working with kids that have different skill sets than you do. And that's nice because you can learn from them and they can learn from you.
Another thing that's good about when we do projects together and we have a team is that we can set up a team contract so we can make sure everybody holds up to their part and puts their skills to use.
What have you accomplished as an individual or as a team that has surprised you or inspired you?
So something that I accomplished, well, this year and with last year, was that I became a better student. Now I don't have an attitude problem. I might get in my mood sometimes, but the teachers, if they see I'm in a mood, they tell me it's okay and give me something to do so I'll be nice and calm.
So what I've accomplished as a NEAT student is that my grades have A's and B's throughout the whole school year. And at a traditional school, my grades weren't as good as they are now because at NEAT, the teachers are always here when I have a question to ask them.
So how is it learning from home? How's it going?
So, in my opinion, learning from home is not my favorite thing to do, but I like the fact that we are able to learn from home because then our school year is not extended. And I don't want to be in school during my summertime because summertime is supposed to be our time to have fun.
I'm glad that we can do it. Like Michaela just said, so then we don't have to have more days added on to our summer. It's a really good thing to have with the Chromebooks and being able to work from and learn from all our classes at home. So, but it's not my favorite thing to do.
Y'all miss your friends?
It's not my favorite. Yes,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
miss my
Of
friends.
course.
Yep,
Yes.
Yes.
really.
Especially going to school because it feels kind of weird like talking to your friends online and like actually verbally in real life, and like that's the only thing I like kind of don't like about ROP days is that you don't really get to see your friends a lot, especially since the COVID-19 is happening and we can't really see our friends that much.
I mean, and the RLP thing, it doesn't just affect us students. It also affects the teachers. Like yesterday, 8th grade, Jada and Tevin, I think you guys also got a video from the 8th grade teachers. They all said it's really hard not being able to see their kids every day. And honestly, I think we kind of feel the same way.
It's like the coaches are our parents, basically.
Our school parents.
Yes.
Mhm.
My old teacher from reading last year used to say she was our little mama bear at school.